Hi folks, it's the 21st of March 2021 and it's pouring rain here in Australia. We've had a week of really good heavy rain, and further south in New South Wales they're having massive floods at the moment actually. Some areas are having the biggest floods they've had in 60 years. So anyway, I'm locked in the house and not a lot to do. So I've closed all the windows so you can't hear the rain, but I still think you might hear a bit of the rain in the background. Hopefully that won't matter too much. And I just wanted to show you this. This is my humble little harvest of red dragon fruits. And I picked these yesterday on the 20th of March 2021. And I'm going to eat one right now. And these things are just so good. But I really want to stress, especially to the big supermarkets with the food monopoly here in Australia, that these are red dragon fruit, okay? They are not white dragon fruit like the supermarkets sell. These red dragon fruit are actually very sweet, juicy and delicious. Unlike the white dragons, which are really bland, flavourless and awful. White dragon fruits taste just like water. Now for 10 years, the big supermarkets in Australia have been supplying us with crap white dragon fruits. And my question is, when are they going to start supplying reds? We have been patiently waiting 10 years. When are the reds coming? Are they ever going to come? What kind of diabolical mind supplies the entire country with crap white dragon fruits for 10 years and seemingly no intentions of ever giving us delicious reds? I've often heard people say they don't know what the big deal is about dragon fruit. And that's because they've only ever eaten these horrible white dragons from the big supermarkets. They try a white dragon fruit, they think it's very average, and that's it. They never buy them again. The big supermarkets actually do the dragon fruit industry a great disservice because they insist on selling only whites. And seems very much that it's a greed-based decision, because there's no logic or common sense in this decision. Seems they insist on selling only the whites because the white dragon fruit cactus bears more fruit and gives bigger yields, and also each white dragon fruit is bigger and weighs more. But what's the use of having bigger, more heavy yields if the product is bland, flavourless crap? Now, around 10 years ago, each of the big supermarkets started supplying a small few white dragon fruits every week. Yeah, each store, in this area anyway, if you go to their fresh fruit section, you will find about 5 overpriced white dragon fruit any day of the week. Originally they were up to $5 each, which in itself is outrageous, but now they seem to be around $3.50 each, which is still way too much for fruit that tastes like water. At first we were happy to see white dragons in the supermarkets, because we thought that even though the whites are awful and we have no interest in eating them, we thought this is the beginning. And soon they will start supplying the yummy reds. But nope, 10 years later and we're still waiting. Seems clear it's just not part of their marketing plan. Seems very much there's 1 or 2 big multinational owned white dragon fruit farms, and they supply all of these big supermarkets, and the white dragon fruits is what we will get forevermore, whether we like it or not. Plus, and this borders on criminal, for 10 years the big supermarkets refused to label their dragon fruits as white. Their label just says dragon fruit. They refuse to tell us what colour they are. For 10 years, they just expect us to buy them and bring them home and find out what colour they are when we cut into them. They don't even have the decency to tell us they are white dragon fruit, because anyone who knows dragon fruit won't buy them. They had those 5 white dragon fruit in their stores every day of the week to catch the newbies, to catch the people who have never tried them before. And what happens when they try them? They never want another dragon fruit again. Now, if they made the effort to sell reds, they would sell huge amounts because they taste so good. But seems they just don't care. It's like the old joke about Bastard Incorporated, a company of arseholes who don't give a shit about anyone. It's like their marketing plan with green papayas and green pineapples. Few people want them, few people buy them. They could sell tables full of ripe fruit, but they really don't care. We have to buy and eat their green fruit, or we will have nothing. It's much more easy for these big companies to supply poor quality fruit. For them, it's not worth the effort to supply good quality, especially if they have the monopoly. We have to buy from them, or we do without. Here in Redcliffe City, there's no more small family-owned fruit shops. They cannot stay in business around here. Usually the high rent kills them. So the big supermarket chains now have a complete food monopoly in this area. And we are really suffering because of that. We have to eat their poor quality fruit or we go hungry. That's the plan of these big multinational food suppliers, to run all of the small family farms and family-owned fruit shops out of business and take over. And we are witnessing that firsthand here in Redcliffe City. We're seeing what happens when they get total control of the market. Now, for the record, and to be fair, I've heard that there actually is white dragon fruit that tastes good. I've heard it. Never experienced it myself, but heard it. Apparently, if you grow them and pick them fully ripe, some white varieties can be good, but definitely not the whites in the stores. And if those big food suppliers were listening to me now, I would be tempted to say, just stop. Plough your white dragon fruits into the ground and grow reds. But in the interests of diversity, I will say, keep your supply of the whites just as they are. 5 white dragon fruits in your fresh food section is all you'll ever need. But please, 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 hurry up and bring us boxes of red dragon fruits, and I guarantee you'll sell them all. Yeah, but they better be quick at getting their red dragon fruits in for me, because I've got sick of waiting and I'm growing my own now. So, you know, if they don't hurry up, I'd buy a box every week if they had them. But if they don't hurry up, I'm going to have my own supply. My supply is going to get bigger. So here they are. I'm going to eat one right now. Like, oh man, these are just so good. And they're so good for your health. They're just so full of enzymes and that colour energy. Oh, they've got technical words for it. But like, they're really good for detoxing, in short. They're really good for getting the toxins out of you. They really clean you out. There's so much red colour in these things, your poos go bright red. Once you eat one, they just flush you out so nicely. And yeah, this was my 3rd harvest this year. So what is it, 20th of March? I've had 3 harvests this year from just 2 dragon fruits in pots on my patio. So, and the harvests were a bit smaller this year because I had to chop some of my dragon fruit cactus away to make room for a papaya tree. But I think 8 was my first harvest, 9 was my second, and this harvest 6. So what's that, 15, 6 and 9 and 8, 24. I've had 24 dragon fruit and still more coming, just from 2 pots. So yeah, my plan is I'm going to put some more in the ground soon, and hope to grow a lot more, because these are just so good, hey. Yeah, and it's an insult. It's an insult the way the supermarkets just keep giving us white and no intentions of giving us any decent dragon fruits. 10 years waiting, you know. And they've lost me. I grew these from seed, these tiny little seed. That's how I grew my dragon fruit. It took 7 years to start bearing, but now I'm doing well, and I've got a lot of good cuttings. I can really expand my little orchard now. I can have a little bit of a dragon fruit farm now. So, okay folks, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this interesting. Don't forget to subscribe me. Click that button on your right hand side of the screen, and hope to see more of you. Okay, bye for now. I'll just munch on this. Okay, see you, my friends.